Well, welcome tonight to the All Bands Concert for University High School. This is the freshman band. I think they need a round of applause. What do you think? Isn't that great? Yeah. Good job. That was Kentucky 1800. It's a great piece in the program. It names a couple of tunes, old folk songs that the whole piece is based upon. The next piece we're playing for you is by Dawn's Early Light, and there's a great poem in there about dawn in a digital program that you can read. I think we've all been at that moment of early morning hours, the sort of waking moment in which you are kind of asleep still, but not quite, and see the day break through the window, and really that's what this piece is about. All right, the third piece we're going to play for you tonight is Sounds of the Sahara, and it's a wonderful tune. It's interesting. It's a landscape sort of sound. So in music, there's a thing called programmatic music. In other words, it sort of explains a moment in time. And so as you're listening to this piece, you can sort of hear the rustling of the cold wind at night over the Sahara, and then all of a sudden it gets into a raucous race across the desert as well. So parents, sounds a little bit different than the junior high band that your kids were in last year, I hope. Yes? Congratulations, freshmen. I thought you played really well. One more round of applause, I think, for the freshmen. Excellent job. I'm very proud of all of these students on stage. Give us just a few minutes. We're going to make a quick set change to get the symphonic band on stage, and then we'll be right back with you. Thank you, freshmen. It's good to be back with you already. This is the symphonic band. The first piece we're going to play for you in the program is Mount Everest. The composer is Rossano Galante, and Rossano Galante writes a lot of film score music as well as concert music. And the wonderful part about it is it's this blend of sound, and so as you listen to his concert music, you can just visualize a movie landscape in front of you. Of course, it's about one of the tallest mountains, one of the tallest peaks, Mount Everest, and it's not necessarily a tone poem in which something is occurring. The piece itself is more about the beautiful landscape, and so we're thinking about this as being sort of an image of the mountain itself. So this is Mount Everest. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, that music is so beautiful. What's really interesting is Rosanna Galante goes through a whole bunch of different keys. In other words, they have to play in different modalities. So for some of us who know a little bit about music, maybe you walked up to a piano and you looked at all the white notes and you went burr, 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 and you're like, I played something. And then you look at all the black notes and you go, oh, I'm out, I can't play, I have no idea. So all of the different keys on a piano create different chords, different scales. And in this piece, we actually go through 6 different key signatures. So it's quite impressive. Nice job, excellent work. The next piece we're going to play for you tonight is After Pandora. I'm sure nobody at University High School studies anything about Greek mythology and have no idea who Pandora actually was. But for those of us out there who don't, so Pandora's box, of course, was the plagues of all plagues. It let out all the evils. And after Pandora, one of the goddesses that was left was hope. And so what the composer is getting after is after all of the terrible and atrocities came out, and I'm sure the Latin teachers are going to yell at me for not telling it all right, but then hope was left. And so that's the feeling of this piece at the end. This is After Pandora. I don't know about you guys, but I have a big grin on my face. That was fantastic. Nice job, Symphonic Band. I'm really proud of you guys. What a great job. Woo! All right, we have one more change, so give us just a few minutes. We're going to get the wind ensemble out here. So talk amongst yourself how amazing this band was. That's the next thing you do. Okay. Now, normally I come out and just will play, but this piece deserves a little bit of introduction. It's called the anti-fanfare. For those of you music lovers out there, a fanfare is almost always written for the brass, but you know, we as woodwind players and percussionists thought that's not fair, and so we found this great piece called the anti-fanfare, so the brass get to relax and enjoy, while the woodwinds and percussion play some amazing music up front. Now, what's also interesting about this piece is the composer is not just a composer, but also a percussionist, classical percussionist, and a rock fusion drummer as well. And so he takes all of his experiences and mixes them into this piece, so enjoy the anti-fanfare. Who says rock fusion isn't a lot of fun? That's a great piece. Nice job, woodwinds. That's wonderful. Percussion, that's all back there as well. Hey, let's invite the brass to come back in. The next piece we're going to perform for you is a gorgeous piece titled Remembrance. I almost forgot the title again. And the composer, as they were thinking about what remembrance is, it's really remembering everything that's about, in the program, there's some wonderful program notes, but maybe those who have lost or those who have loved, and what's to come and what has been. It's a nice, meditative, beautiful, gorgeous piece. This is Remembrance. That was absolutely gorgeous. I know I seem to be very positive, but holy cow, wind ensemble, where did that come from? Oh, I don't even want to play the last piece. Do you? No, we'll play the last piece. Okay. That was absolutely gorgeous. I just recently got to go back to the East Coast and work with the West Point Band. The West Point Band is the band on site for West Point, which is the officer training college essentially for the Army. And watching these amazing military musicians, sometimes you think of military type, attitude and everything. It's all marching and that kind of stuff, but they actually have a beautiful concert band. They have a jazz band. And one of the pieces that they played was actually this piece. Now, it wasn't dedicated to the Army, it was dedicated to the Air Force, but sometimes they, go outside their own. And goodness, just to listen to the beauty that how they played really made me excited to come back and work with our students because they play so darn good. And it was nice to brag to professional musicians as well too, about our school. It was wonderful. The next piece is Aces, and again, it's commissioned from the Air Force Band, and it's essentially a tone poem about all of the military might in the air that the United States has. This is Aces by Robert W. Smith. That was awesome. We have, do you guys have just 5 more minutes? Do you want to hear one more thing? Hey, symphonic band, concert band, come on, let's go. Come on. We got a surprise for you really quick. So we're going to bring everybody back up on stage and do something for you all. Go ahead and sit. While we're changing, I do want to recognize a couple of students. You know, that was the wind ensemble that just played, and the wind ensemble is the advanced band group. But in the wind ensemble, we actually have, we sometimes welcome in a couple of freshmen because they are advanced enough that they can come play with us. And I'd like to recognize those freshmen right now that are playing in the wind ensemble. And so stand with all the commotion I know going on, but one of our wind ensemble freshmen is Leela over here. Hi Leela, you can stand and raise on oboe and English horn. Woo-hoo. Back there on euphonium is Bella. Where's Bella? Stand up. Woohoo! Bella, freshman. All right. Come on, freshmen in the audience. You got to cheer for your own. Come on, what is this? Let's see. We have 2 trumpet players. Where's Gabriella? Hi, Gabriella. Raise your hand. Woohoo! And back over here, we also have Chloe. Chloe, raise your hand. Woo! That's awesome. They're doing a great job. I'm very proud of those freshmen participating in the wind ensemble. Hey, a couple of other things that are going on as well too. On Thursday, there are 20 university high schools going down to San Diego to perform with the Coda All-State Orchestra. Yeah, isn't that great? 20? Oh my goodness. You know, it's funny, a couple of years ago, several years ago, we had 17, and I thought, and that was the most we'd ever had, and I thought, oh my goodness, 17, how are we ever going to top that? And so this year we auditioned and everybody applied and 17 members made it initially. And then I thought, great, well we tied with Years Voice, that was great. But they called out for extra percussionists, and we had 3 more percussionists that jumped on the ball really quick, recorded the recordings and sent them in, and so they got in. So now we can officially say 20 is the biggest number we've had going down to Coda, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So congratulations, students. Some of them aren't here tonight, but congratulations, students. That's awesome. I'd also like to point out one other student that we have here as well, too, talking about honor ensembles. It is our principal horn player got to perform with the National Honor Bands. That means the top of the top, the elite of the elite. He can technically say he is one of the not even technically, you can just say, I am one of the best horn players in the United States. So Yusuf, would you stand up? Let's recognize Yusuf really quick. The All-State Honor Band Orchestra Jazz Band auditions are coming up as well too, so we'll have more news maybe next semester when we find out what those are going to be. That happens here in Fresno, and so if you'd like to go to the concert, it's in Fresno in February. We'll send out that information as well. And for all of you parents sitting in the audience, there's one other local honor group as well. That is the FMCMEA. It stands for Fresno Madera County's orchestras and bands. And that happens on December 10th. Your students have been talking to you about if they're going to do it. Please urge your students to audition for these county honor groups. It's a great way to get excited about music, to have more things going on, and also to put more stuff on your resume for college. It's always a good thing to have out there. So. All right, we have one final piece that we're going to play for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting into the holiday spirit because everybody's looking forward to finals. Looking forward to finals being done. And so our last piece is by Kevin Foster. This is Holiday Piece. David Foster, sir. One more round of applause for the University High School Freshman Concert Band, Symphonic Band, and Wind Ensemble. Nice job, everyone. Thank you all so very much for coming tonight. We have a couple of other concerts coming up. On Thursday night, right here on Thursday night at 7 o'clock is the All Choirs Concert with Dr. Moore. Hi, Dr. Moore. Thank you for coming tonight. She's back over there. So you got to come back and listen to the choirs. They are fabulous. Next week, over at Fresno State on Tuesday night, 1 week from tonight, is the Jazz Band and Show Choir. You got to go see that thing because there's going to be a little bit of Christmas music and a lot of jazz. Everybody likes jazz. Everybody likes jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz? All right, good. Make sure you're there. And then next Thursday night, oh my goodness, so many concerts. We are going to be playing, the University High School Wind Ensemble will be playing with Fresno Pacific University over at their brand new hall. And so that's a free concert, by the way, so you should come over and check it out over at Fresno Pacific University. Otherwise, parents, thank you all so very much for choosing to bring your students to University High School. I've been here now for 12 years, 13, 15, oh my goodness. I couldn't think of a better place to be. So thank you all. Students, thank you all. Thank you all. Have a good night.